I already made a video pointing out how Iran and Israel are working together as one for the final goal of the New World Order. I pointed out also Donald Trump playing the role of being furious during this press conference. And I want to point out, obviously, for those that have followed my channel over the years, the media fakery is nothing new. I pointed this out at the very inception of using CGI and different techniques to fool the public. And definitely it's no different with this press conference. Going back to 2014, I pointed out, specifically September 10th, 2014, I made a video, as you see here, with Barack Obama in the White House. And this is all CGI AI. And again, this is absolutely nothing new to me. I pointed this all out many times over the years. Specifically this video presentation where I point out Hillary Clinton on September 11, 2016 in the fake collapse. And I pointed out how it was a mannequin being used. People didn't believe me, as you can see, getting a little bit of a close-up. Before there was the algorithm going against truth channels, as you can see, over 100,000 views when I called out the Hillary Clinton hoax collapse. Again, September 11, 2016. And people thought I lost my mind when I pointed this out. And then it was just 2 months later that we see Hillary Clinton alongside with Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi being 33 numerology. And of course, Clinton being 33. Mannequin being 33. And Challenge being 33. So it's all Masonically coded. But this is just pointing out an aspect of the fakery. They're not just doing CGI. They're faking things in multiple facets, multiple ways. But again, when it comes down to it with this specific video, and in this video I pointed out how they're manipulating things, again with the mannequin challenge, and also with Barack Obama and the CGI fakery, which I will get into a little bit later. There's several instances where Barack Obama is CGI, AI, and we'll get into that again in a bit. But first off, let's get back to Donald Trump. And again, this press conference. Let's take a listen to what he says here. And it looks off, he sounds off, and I'll break it all down after we look at the footage.
Gutless losers. I say that to CNN because I watch it. I have no choice. I got to watch that garbage. It's all garbage. It's all fake news. But I think CNN is a gutless group of people that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fit.
And I'll stop right there because he drops an F-bomb, as we all know. And people think he's the first president to do that. We'll get into that in a little bit. I want to show this first. Very important that you're not going to see anywhere else but here. And take a look as Trump walks away. And his hair looks faker than fake. Let's play the video a little bit more. And this is, again, all CGI AI to put it more correctly. And when you back up, let me back up here just a little bit. This is so plastic, so fake, as you see Trump walk away. That hair looks so fake. They try to create these shadows with the sunlight and all to give it a realistic look, but this is all CGI. I'm going to point something out a little bit more as we move this video forward. Now let's get to this point here. A little bit of a close-up. And I'm going to point something out. Look at the left side of Donald Trump. Take a look at what you see here. Slowly, I'm going to play this so you can really spotlight it. And you're going to see a dark patch show up on his left side of his face. What is this? Look at this. What's going on here? And let's move this around a little bit. You can see that dark patch. Get a little bit more of a close-up. But something's going on here. Let's get a little bit of a close-up of that. And again, the hair looks so fake. AI, no doubt whatsoever. But take a look again at his left side of his face. As I move the cursor over. Take a look here. Very bizarre. And I'm going to get to the point here. Where again, what is that? What's going on here? Even people, the normies that watch CNN, Fox News, and so forth, they'll be questioning this as well. Because this is very strange. And don't tell me, oh, it's just a shadow on the side of his face. No way. His whole side of his face would be covered with that shadow. So it's definitely something going on. And getting back, something else. Jumping around here a bit, but very important to cover all aspects of what's taking place. Like I said, when Trump drops the F-bomb right here, talking about Israel and Iran, let's go back in time when Joe Biden was president, and this is from 2022, just 3 years ago, and you can hear Biden clearly basically saying the same thing just before Trump. Let's take a listen.
No one fucks with Biden. Yeah, goddamn right.
Sure, right there, a little bit on the silent side, quiet side, but definitely he said the same thing. We'll play it one last time. Basically, people claim Trump was the first to do it as a U.S. president, but take a listen once again to Joe Biden.
No one fucks with Biden. Yeah, goddamn right.
And there you go. Now that moves on again to other events in the past that I've covered on my channel, showing the AI fakery. And obviously people remember this one from recent history just 4 years ago with Joe Biden that I featured on my channel in a video presentation. Take a look at Joe Biden's hands as they go to the mic.
Apparently, I'm just one of the few people willing to say it all publicly. When you compare Joe...
You just saw that there. Let me back it up so you get a better idea. Play it slowly. And clearly, this is CGI, AI, whatever you want to call it. It's media fakery taking place. With his hands going through the mic right here. And then next boom mic here as well. Take a look at this. Clearly, same thing. No different than NASA. We'll get into NASA in a little bit. How they're faking things in different ways. And that gets into this photo. Actually, 3 photos of Trump and 3 separate weddings. So they're not just faking things through AI, CGI. They're also using lookalikes. And clear as day, these individuals don't match up. Let's get a little bit of a close-up so people can see objectively that these individuals do not match up. And this is Donald Trump, the so-called Donald Trump from 1993, and Marla Maples, and more recently with Donald Trump with Melania. Let's take a look here at the eyebrows. Obviously, not even close. Chin, not even close. Nothing is close about these 2 individuals. The ears are off. Everything is off. And that gets into the next comparison with Trump and his so-called first marriage with Ivana. Again, the eyebrows of this individual a little bit closer in appearance than the other Trump, as I shown here. They're not even close. This is a little bit closer here with these 2 individuals, but still not the same. No cigar. Definitely not the same individuals. Again, I really want to spotlight this image with these 2 side by side. Absolutely no way these 2 are the same people. And this is a clip from CNN. It's going to be a 2-for-1. They're going to put the truth in plain sight about symbolism and looking at the hands. And we're going to take a look at Trump here. Another Trump, another character on the world stage. Doesn't match. Let's take a look.
We can see leaders communicate with their hands.
Yeah. And then they show the diamond hand sign. Diamond is, of course, 33 in numerology. And I want to point something else before I move forward. The G7. This is coded for 77. When you look at the alphabet A through Z, 1 through 26, the G could be a 7. The G can also be a 33. In this case, I have no doubt they want their dual numbers in the 77 in plain sight. So 77 and 77, the 33 hand sign. Now let's continue and let's take a look at this version of Trump.
And wouldn't all the Trump critics out there love to do?
And take a look here. Who does this look like? I'm not saying it's Lou Dobbs, but it looks like Lou Dobbs. I call this Jumbo Trump. Looks a lot different from the present day Trump, of course. I'm going to show this footage, or I should say this image of Trump, the CGI one. But definitely, there's a lot of fakery taking place with the media. And for those that have followed my channel, again, over the years, they'll know this. It's nothing new. And that gets into this. Again, I have to make this example. How they're faking things through multiple ways, multiple means. And that's with NASA. Sometimes they use CGI, sometimes they use harnesses. They want to throw people off. They're not using only one technique. And that's the problem with a lot of truthers. They're trying to narrow down to one way of fakery when they do it several ways. Let's take a look here at this clip as I played when this first was released with Boise State. And you can see this individual in the back, hanging by a harness as they're going through. And I played this clip after it was first released way back when. And also this individual here, let's take a look as he's supposedly putting something to the side, but there's nothing in his hand. This is where the CGI fail occurs. And obviously, again, like I demonstrated, they're doing it in two methods, CGI, harnesses. So to really hammer the point, they're not just faking things in one way. That needs to be understood. I should mention here, with this whole entire presentation, this was so-called live with Boise State when the glitch occurred with all the students. And things went haywire, of course, with this guy here and the phony baloney fail CGI attempt, I guess placing a ball or who knows what. This was supposed to be more likely some type of ball put to the side. Now that gets into the aspect, like I mentioned before, that I covered back in 2014 when it comes to Barack Obama. I covered this extensively and how they love to put the truth in plain sight when it comes to AI and Obama here. And the devil horns with the curtain. And obviously this is by design. Even it says here, the devil is in the details. And this is from the New York Mag website from way back on September 11th, 2014. Always that number. And as I pointed out many times in the past, when it comes to September 11, basically 9/11 and Revelation. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. And of course, the Antichrist is mentioned several times in the Bible, but Revelation 9:11 is the only verse in the whole entire Bible that the actual name is given of the Antichrist. Abaddon, again in the Hebrew tongue, and Apollyon in the Greek tongue. And anybody that's followed me for any amount of time over the years knows I've called out Barack Obama as the Antichrist. And we have to wait and see. I believe he's going to come back in the picture. It could be from the Vatican. It could be from London with the royal family. But my belief, at some point, Barack Obama is going to come back and he's going to lead the UN as the Antichrist. Time will tell. I don't have a crystal ball. None of us do. We're going to have to wait and see when it comes to that. But now, let's take a look here. This is just 2 months after the speech by Barack Obama from September 2014. And this is Elon Musk once again from November 2014. And he warns the world about the dangers about AI. This is very revealing. They always tell us the truth in advance. This is why I never trusted AI, never liked AI. Just take a listen to what is said and we'll continue.
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, he's sure he can control the demon. Didn't work out.
And so they tell the truth through a joke with Elon Musk. But that gets back to who I believe once again is the Antichrist. And again, the Bible says, through false miracles, lying wonders. And that's what AI is. It's artificial intelligence, the manipulation of things. It only makes sense that they will use AI to pull off fakery with the Antichrist and the mortal wound. Time will tell. We'll see. To continue here, I'm going to play my video from September 2016 to conclude, where I'm pointing out the fakery, the media fakery using CGI AI. Let's take a look. Take a look here. Okay? Doesn't look right because it's not right. Just take a listen to what he says. And this is nothing more than fakery taking place.
To use technology to escape from justice.
Now, look at Obama here. Okay? Something doesn't look right because it's not right. Take a look at actual footage of Obama speaking while sitting down. You'll see the complete difference between fake and real. Take a look.
Good evening. As we speak,
see the difference?
Our nation faces a multitude of challenges.
It's really sitting there at the desk. Okay?
At home, our top priority is to recover and rebuild from a recession that has touched the lives of nearly every American.
Now, more footage of fakery. People have to have good discernment, like I stated many times. People just, they don't understand. These people are psychopaths. They like to play mind games. They like to fool with you, like to play with you like your children. Take a look at this footage as well with Barack Obama. Not all the footage is fake. This is real. Take a look at this footage. Again, it doesn't look right because it's not right. Okay? Definitely fakery taking place.
Fellow Americans, tonight I'd like to talk with you about immigration.
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, he's sure he can control the demon. Didn't work out.
John, chapter 9, verse 25. Whereas once I was blind, now I can see. Now I can see.